Hello students, I am Professor Priyanka and I welcome you all for our today's session. Today we are starting with a new chapter of our 12th standard syllabus. The chapter name is Introduction to SEO. SEO basically stands for Search Engine Optimization. Students, this chapter is basically a theoretical chapter. Here no practical is based on this chapter. In previous chapter, we have seen how to develop a website using different controls and different website designing techniques, and later after designing a website, how to host that particular website on a server so that many people can view our website, right? Then now in this chapter we will study how to make or optimize our website in such a way that it gets maximum number of visitors. Means obviously we are creating a website for whom? For all the people who can visit our website. So our ultimate aim should be that our website should be visited by maximum number of visitors or people, right? Then also we will see how to rank our website in the topmost rankers list using the SEO techniques such that our website is listed in the first few URLs when there is a search query given in the search engine. Okay, so today these are the contents of slides which we will be discussing. So we will define and understand what exactly is the SEO, that is the search engine optimization. Then there are different types of SEO which we'll be studying. After the types, we will also study different techniques used for the SEO, and we will see how to optimize our website. That is our ultimate aim, how to optimize the website. And lastly, we will see how SEO audit is performed using different tools, right? So these are the things which we'll be discussing in this chapter. So now first we will see introduction to SEO. So first tell me, what is a search engine? What does come in your mind when we say a search engine? Yes. Any names coming into your mind of search engines which we use on our daily basis? Yes, right. The topmost used search engine is Google, right? We use this Google on daily basis. Whatever information you have to search, you make use of this Google, and this Google is a search engine, right? So we will see what exactly a search engine is and what work does it perform, right? We know what a search engine is, but now we will see what work actually it performs, right? So we can say that a search engine is an online program or a software, right? A search engine is an online program or a software that helps the user to search for information which is on the World Wide Web, right? It helps us to search for the information which is present on the World Wide Web, but which is based on what? Based on the search query which is entered by the user. Means whatever keywords or whatever the query you enter in the search text box, using that search keywords or the query, it gets us the relevant information, right? So some of the example of search engine which we mostly use in our day-to-day life are, firstly we have already seen Google, then also we can use Yahoo and Bing, etc., right? Now we will see what does the SEO stands for. As we have earlier discussed that SEO stands for search engine optimization. So we will see what does this term exactly means. Search engine optimization, what exactly it means. So a search engine optimization is a technique used for designing and developing a website. SEO is a technique which is used for designing and developing a website in such a way to rank it higher in the search engine results. Right? Now, in our simple language, we'll see what does this sentence exactly means. So, by looking at the above statement, we can say that it is a simple process which is involved in designing and developing a website, right? In the previous chapter, what we had done, we had designed and developed a website. So we have to design and develop the website in such a way that the website is listed in the top few URLs when any search query is given by the user, and obviously which is related to the website contents. Means what they are saying, see, whenever we use any search engine, what we do, we type some words in the search text box and we click on the search button, right? And when you will click on the search button, you get different URLs. Agree, we get different hyperlinks which are relevant to our search query. So if you want our website to be listed in the first few, so that comes when you have to use the search engine optimization technique for the website, so that it will be listed in the first few URLs, right? So then only the visitors can be increased which are going to view your website, right? So in short, we can say our website should be placed or should be listed in the first few URLs by the search engine when the relevant search query is given by the user. Simple enough. Okay, we can also say that it is a process of growing the quality and quantity of the website traffic. Traffic means what? Many people are going to a single place. Due to what happens, there is a traffic. So obviously we also want that many visitors should come to our website. So using this SEO technique, we can increase our quality and quantity of our website traffic. So how to do it? By increasing the visibility of the website. Until and unless your website is visible to the user, how they are going to click our website, right? So it is a process of growing the quality and quantity of website traffic by increasing the visibility of our website or web page to the users from the search engine result. Simple. Now one more thing, see, we don't know, see, search engine uses different algorithms. Yeah, there are many algorithms in a search engine, and we cannot understand that how it is picking up the relevant websites and how it is placing those websites URL in the search result, right? So we cannot understand which algorithm it is taking. So it is better that we optimize our website in such a way that it will be ranked in the first few URLs by the search engine. Okay, if you cannot control the search engine, we can definitely optimize our website in such a way that search engine itself will pick up our website and display to the user in the list. Okay, so now the next topic is types of SEO. Now here you can see there are two types of SEO. So the first type is on page SEO. Now in this you can see that this includes provision of good content, good keywords selection, and putting them in proper places, giving appropriate title to every page, etc. Now I will tell you one by one. See, basically this on page SEO means on your web page whatever contents are there, that content should be good enough. Your web page must contain some good keywords which will be placed at proper places, and also there is a very important point mentioned that every page must be given a title, right? We have the title tag in our head section, so it is very important that you should give a title to your web page, because the search engine never searches to the content of the web page. We have already seen this thing in the meta tag, right? सर्च इंजिन कहाँ कहाँ ढूंढेगा उसका डेटा, वो मेटा टैग देखेगा, टाइटल देखेगा, और इनको देख के वो डिसाइड करेगा कि आपकी वेबसाइट रिलेवेंट है कि नहीं डिस्प्ले करने के लिए, राइट? सो ऑन पेज मतलब आपके एक्चुअल वेब पेज में जो कंटेंट है वो अच्छा होना चाहिए, मतलब कुछ भी बकवास नहीं देनी चाहिए, अच्छा एक गुड कंटेंट जो अच्छी इन्फॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइड करेगा वो होना चाहिए, अच्छे कीवर्ड्स आपने यूज़ करने चाहिए, और क्या बताया है कि टाइटल देना चाहिए आपके वेब पेज पे, राइट? सो दिस इज ऑन पेज SEO. Now second is the off page SEO. Now in this off page SEO, it includes link building, then increasing the link popularity by submitting to the open directories, then search engine and link exchange. Now this sentence I'll make it more simple. In short, what does it deal with? That there should be hyperlinks in your website which are going to the other relevant websites. Means our website should be maintaining a good relationship with the other websites. Means I have to have different hyperlinks on my web page, which when clicked they will go to the other website which is relevant to our content, right? Also referring to different websites is important in the off page. So I hope it is clear. On page means on the page there should be good contents, good keywords and titles should be used for our web pages. This is in the on page type of SEO, and off page generally deals with the relationship which you are maintaining with different websites, right? Now here in the diagram you can see that SEO there are two types. So you can see on page is basically concerned with the information that is displayed to the end user. Means whatever content you are displaying to the user, that is more focused in the on page SEO. Also such as text, images and website navigation. Means whatever the text or the information you are giving, whatever the images you are using and website navigation, that basically deals with on page. And off page is generally concerned with the website to website relationship. As I just told that if there are different hyperlinks on your web page, so those hyperlinks which will be taking to another website should be relevant to the contents. It should not happen that my website is dealing with HTML and when I will click on some hyperlink and it is going to some other products or some ad agency. It should not happen. It should take me to the website which is also dealing with the HTML contents, right? Also, do other websites refer to you and do you refer to other website? Means what? On your web pages there should be hyperlinks, as well as on some other websites also they should refer to our website. So that is what the interrelationship is all about. Means in short it tells how good your network is. Okay. Now we will see different type of techniques used in SEO. Now basically the different techniques are broadly classified into two types. First is the white hat and second is the black hat, right? Now in this white hat technique, what exactly is there? So in this white hat, the techniques that search engine recommends as a part of good design and good content, etc. Means if you are using a white hat technique to optimize your website, optimize means what? Maximum number of visitors should come and visit our website. This is what optimization is means. So for optimization there are two techniques. The first is the white hat. Now this white hat basically deals that your website should be good enough. It should have good contents to attract the visitors. This is what technique is recommended by the search engine and it is called as white hat, right? Now the other is black hat. Second technique is black hat. These techniques are not approved by the search engine, which are used for optimizing the website that are manipulative. Now see, SEO means what? We have to optimize the website, means we have to attract more users to our website. So there are two ways, good way or bad way. Now good way means your website should be so good, so good content should be there on your website that automatically the visitors should visit our website. You don't need to do anything wrong or do any marketing to attract the visitors to our website, right? This is the white hat technique, which is also recommended by the search engine. And now on this other hand, black hat, it is not approved by the search engine, right? And it uses some techniques which will attract the users. Means, for example, now there has been a recent incident, Sushant Singh suicide case, right? So what many people are doing, they are taking advantage of that news and they are trying to grab the users or the visitors to view their web pages, which is wrong. Means they'll tell something in the thumbnail or in the title, and in the actual video or in the actual content there will be some other content. So it should not happen. This black hat technique is generally not approved, so it is better to use the white hat technique. I hope it is clear. Now here we will see the difference is mentioned in the diagrammatically. So in the left side it is given white hat strategies, and on the right side it is given black hat strategies. So first we will see white hat strategies. We already seen that this white hat strategies is recommended by the search engine. So first is the relevant content, means your website should have the relevant content. Second, it should have well labeled images, right? Means if my web page is related to information technology or HTML, so my images included in my web page should be relevant to my contents, right? Second, then relevant links and references. Suppose I want to refer some other website which also has some good explanation about my particular topic, so you can mention those relevant links in your web page. Also, complete sentences with good spelling and grammar. Whenever you are giving any content on your web page, it should be with proper spellings and proper grammar, right? And next is standard compliant HTML, means proper standard HTML rules you have to use. And also you have to give unique and relevant page titles, means your page title should be unique and relevant. It should not happen that your content is something and you are giving some different title. So it should not happen, right? I hope the white hat part is clear. So we will move to the black hat. Now in this black hat, generally it duplicates the content. Means what it does, if some other website is having some content, it will simply copy all those contents and display on its website. So which is a bad thing. It should not actually happen, but still many people are doing it. So that is the technique why they are using to attract the users, right? Next is invisible text and stuffed keywords. Means there could be some text which is not visible, and also it is full of different keywords. Means you have to use keywords in your web page, but it is not necessary that you have to stuff the keywords. 5-6 keywords are okay. It should not happen that there are 100 keywords, right? So means whatever number of keywords is required, those only you can use. It is not necessary to stuff the keywords on your web page. Next is cloaking or redirecting the user to another site or the page. See, we have already seen that our website should contain links. It is a good thing that to have links of other website on your web page or website, but it should not happen that the links you are giving on the website should take to some other website which is not relevant to our topic. Means if my website is dealing with the HTML coding or JavaScript coding, and there is a link which when clicked it will take me to some Amazon or Flipkart, so it is not a good thing. It should take me to the website which is dealing with the same similar contents. Next, link from the sites with non-relevant content. Same whatever I have just explained, that the links provided on your website or web page should be relevant to your topic only, right? So let us move to the next slide. Now there are various sections of a website which can be optimized for a better SEO. Now here we will be actually seeing how to optimize the website. The topic is what? Optimizing website. So you can optimize different sections of your website, right? We will see what exactly it means. So different ways to optimize a website are total, there are 6. The first is what? SEO, page structure optimization. Then second is SEO keywords, SEO social bookmarking, then social media optimization, SEO backlinks, and other factors of SEO. So today in this lecture we will deal with the first 2 different ways to optimize a website. So now the first technique is what? SEO page structure optimization. Now here basically it will talk about the page structure. We have already seen the basic structure of our web page, right? You know the basic structure of our web page. So it basically deals with the structure or the placement of the tags of the document. So what first point is given? This point you already know, that HTML program should always start with exclamatory mark doc type HTML. What does this sentence indicate? That the HTML which you are using is the version 5, that is HTML5. Agree? Second, see there are 2 types of tag, container tag and empty tag. Container tag means it comes in pair, opening tag and closing tag. And the empty tag or the singular tag are what? They are single. So if you are using the singular tag in your web page, it should be self enclosed in such a way. How it is given, you can see in the example. See, img tag is singular. Agree? It doesn't have a closing tag, but you have to self enclose it in such a way. See how it is given, angular bracket img, and then after img there is slash. Ideally, how is the closing tag? There is a slash first and then the tag name is there, right? But for singular tags you have to write it opposite. First you have to write the tag name and then enclose the tag before giving a slash, right? So this is how you have to self enclose a tag. Which tag? The singular tag, right? Then also the order of the tags should be proper. Means if there are nested tags, see you have nested tag means एक के अंदर एक tag खुल रहा है, तो the most of the time recently open tag will be closed first, right? जो recently open हुआ है tag वो पहले बंद हो जाएगा, उसके बाद सेकंड एंड उसके बाद सबसे पहले वाला जो ओपन हुआ था वो. तो द टैग्स ऑर्डर शुड बी प्रॉपरली मेंटेन. It is also recommended to use, some few points are given, we'll see. Title. Now as we have discussed earlier, your web page must contain a proper and relevant title, and the title should be up to 60 characters. Not big title, but at least you should give in between 60 character which is relevant to your web page. Then also meta tag you have to use, that also we had seen, because this metadata is used by the search engine for its optimization process, right? So you have to use this meta description tag. While creating a web page, meta description should be used as it boosts our on page SEO. Also the description should be between 70 to 160 characters. Means your description should be so big that it should be between 70 to 160 character, and it is very important to use this meta description, right? Also you should be using proper heading tags when it is required. We already know there are 6 heading tags, h1 to h6, right? So you have to use them. And last is, if you are using an image tag and if suppose that image is not displayed, so there should be some alternate text which should tell what was that image all about. So you have to use the alt attribute when you are calling the image, right? So this is what the page structure optimization is dealing with. what it is given, the alt attribute gives information about the image. So even if our web image is not downloaded, it can make the viewers understand what the image is related information. That is what we just saw, that alt gives the information what the image is all about if the image is not displayed on the web page, right? So we'll move to the second and the last part of today's lecture, that is the SEO keywords. Now we already know that the keywords are very important. So the SEO keywords are the important words and phrases chosen related to the content of the page to optimize the SEO. Why do we select the keywords? Because the keywords are to be placed in the meta tag, and using these keywords the website is optimized in such a way that it is ranked in a first few URLs when there is a search query related to the contents or the keywords from our mentioned keywords, right? So it is a good habit to use these keywords. So these keywords could be words or phrases which is related to our content, right? The keyword research and analysis is an important part of SEO as well as SEM, that is the search engine marketing, and one can pay for certain keywords. Now I don't know whether you have heard or not, there are Google AdWords. See, if I have got my website and I want that my website should be shown or listed in the first few URLs, so there is a method called as the Google AdWord. So I have to pay to this Google AdWords and they will select some keywords for me such that the users will get attracted to my website and my website will be visited by maximum number of visitors. So this is how the AdWords use. In the next line it is mentioned there are various online keyword planner tools. Now this online keyword planner tools, one example is Google AdWords. To shortlist the keywords means this Google AdWord, what it will do, it will go through our web page and it will select different types of keywords which are related to my content, and when any of the keywords are entered by any user, my website will be listed in his search result. So this is how the Google AdWord use. This is more useful to compare the cost of various keywords if the website designer opts for the paid SEM. Means same thing. If I am using the Google AdWord, I have to pay to it and then only it will select some particular keywords. It will develop its keyword and it will maintain that database in such a way that if the user, any user is querying using my keywords, then my website will be displayed in the search result, so that he will automatically click on my link and my visitor number will be increased. So this is how the keywords play an important role in search engine optimization. So now the further part we will see in next lecture. So I hope today's lecture is clear. If there are any doubts, you can always get back to me. So thank you.